Hello everyone and welcome to Quantum Universum. If this is your first time here, I suggest you check out the previous chapters. You'll find them all in the playlist dedicated to Tafti the Priestess here on the channel. Each episode is a crucial step in understanding and practicing this powerful path of awakening. Today we're diving into the practical part. We'll learn how to manage the braid, but first, let's briefly review what we've learned in the previous chapter. We discovered that intention has two centers, one internal, one external. The internal center is located in the forehead, the external one is at the tip of the braid. The internal intention handles ordinary actions within the current frame. The external intention is capable of moving the future frame, of setting reality. And now, let's step into this new chapter together. Here, Tafti teaches us the complete operational procedure to consciously activate and use the braid of intention. This is a pivotal moment because it transforms theory into practice, allowing us to shoot our own film instead of being passive actors. As always, I'll read you the key parts of the book, followed by immediate explanation. Original text. First, wake up and enter the point of awareness. As usual, say to yourself, I see myself and I see reality. Second, activate the braid. You feel it. There it is. As soon as you pay attention to it, it immediately lifts up, tilting towards your back and activates. Third, without diverting your attention from the braid, imagine a scene from the future, with thoughts, words, on your screen, whatever works best for you. Set the reality. You may notice that when you activate the braid, your eyes shift into a different mode. Try to feel them. There, you've lifted the braid. What happens to your eyes? They slightly open, and it's as if they begin to radiate. This is your new mode of operation, unusual for you. Before, you were only watching the external film and were subjected to it. Now, you are able to film your own movie. Once again, I repeat the steps. You must wake up, bring attention to your braid, and then, without losing the connection to it, you must project onto your screen the realization of a desired event. By doing so, you illuminate the future frame, and it will end up manifesting in reality. You don't need to keep your focus only on the tip of the braid. It's enough to perceive the entire braid as a phantom part of the body. You can activate it however it works best for you. Sensations are personal. It's not necessary to focus on the eyes either. They can be closed or even blind. It doesn't matter. What's important is that thoughts, words, and images spiral around and intersect with the braid. Explanation? In this passage, Tafti gives us a real spiritual technique, simple and accessible, yet deeply transformative. As in previous chapters, everything starts with a clear and conscious shift. I see myself and I see reality. This is not just a mantra, it's a switch of awareness. It shifts you from sleeping inside the film to watching it from outside, lucid and present. Then comes a gentle yet powerful gesture of attention. You direct your awareness to the area between your shoulder blades, and when you do, the braid lifts. It activates spontaneously. This is not imagination. It's energetic. It's as if something dormant in your subtle body wakes up and aligns. Now, the creative moment begins. While keeping your attention on the braid, you visualize a future scene, something you wish to experience. It doesn't need to be perfect. You can use words, thoughts, or images. What matters is that your intention flows into the braid. This is what illuminates the future frame. That frame then gets activated and materializes. You're not forcing reality, you're engaging in a precise inner movement where consciousness and subtle energy work together. That's when intention stops being a wish and becomes a real force. able to shape reality from the inside out. Original text. Let's start with the simplest things. Short-term desires. Let's say there's an upcoming event in your day that could have either a positive or negative outcome. Start with something easy, something that can fit into a single frame, shopping at a store, finding a parking spot, or any other simple action at work, while studying, in the street, or at home. It's in your power to shift the frame onto the positive film where everything goes smoothly. What should you do? You already know. Wake up, activate your braid, and while staying connected to it, visualize the successful outcome of the situation. Then you can let go of the braid and act as usual. Now pay attention, because your success rate will depend on your sense of reality regarding what's happening. Your reality criterion is shaped by what's familiar, your habits. In other words, only what fits into your model of the world seems possible to you. If you didn't know that riding a bike is possible, you wouldn't ride one. It's the same with frame shifting. You can't control it as long as it feels unreal to you. So how do you make it real? You'll find out very, very soon, my wonderful friends. Explanation. Tafti encourages us to start small, not with our biggest dreams, but with simple, everyday scenarios. Why? Because small events are easier to visualize. They don't trigger deep resistance. And, most importantly, they match your current idea of what's realistic. A few practical examples. You want to find a parking space, you want a smooth work meeting, you want your errands to go well. Perfect. Here's the formula again. Activate the braid, visualize the successful outcome, keep the connection, and then let go and act normally. But here's the critical key. This technique works only if it feels normal for it to work. In other words, reality responds not to force, but to belief. If your inner model says, "This isn't possible," the frame won't shift. Just like you wouldn't ride a bicycle if you didn't even know such a thing existed, you won't direct the frame if you don't feel that it's possible to do so. So what's the real secret? Change your sense of what's normal. Shift your baseline. Make creation feel natural. That's when the braid really starts working. And with her signature warmth, Tafti closes this part by saying, "You'll know how very, very soon, my wonderful friends." Because what's coming next is how to expand your sense of reality itself. In this chapter, we've learned how to use the braid of intention in a practical way, no longer just a concept, but a living, active, real tool. Now we know how to wake up, activate the braid, stay connected to it, illuminate the desired frame, even in small daily situations. We've also discovered that success doesn't depend on how strongly we desire something, but on how real that reality feels to us. To change the film, you must first believe you're the director. In the next video, we'll go even deeper. This conclusion summarizes everything Tafti has taught us so far about using the braid. First, the awakening, shifting your state from sleep to presence. Then, the energetic gesture, feeling and activating the braid. Next, the creative step, visualizing the outcome you want. And finally, letting go and acting as usual. But perhaps the most revolutionary insight here is this. It's not the strength of your desire that shapes reality. It's the strength of your perception of what's real. If something feels impossible or unnatural to you, your intention won't move the frame toward it. But if something feels normal, even if it's extraordinary, the frame responds. That's why the real secret isn't to try harder. It's to feel differently about what's possible. To become the director, you must first stop thinking like an actor in someone else's film. If you feel something within you has awakened, if you sense that it's time to stop passively watching the film and start directing it, then subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and keep walking this path with me. Reality moves, but only if you move first. See you soon in the next video, and thank you for being with me again today.